Hey Vitality crew, this is Dr. Stacy LaQuire from Vitality Chiropractic. Hoping you guys are well into the swing of summer. It's the end of June already. I can't believe how fast it goes. We say that every year though, right? It just cruises on by. And this month, June, is actually Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. And so that is one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about today. I've had this book by Dr. Dale Bredesen for years now, and I've picked it up a couple times. I've paged through it a couple times. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to know like what kind of lifestyle changes I would have to make to set myself up for good brain health as I get older. And, of course, I'm thinking about my kids and my family, and sometimes I get that the struggle to get everybody on board, to be eating well, to be getting enough sleep, all those things can be a little challenging, sometimes a little overwhelming. So I'm no different than the rest of you. I was like, I just want to keep my head in the sand about this one. But given that this is the month, I figured I need to pick this up and read it. And surprise, surprise, there were no surprises, right? It was, there is a protocol, there's some testing, there are some things that you can find out about yourself and your risk. However, if you picked up a book on, let's say, thyroid dysfunction, or you picked up a book on autoimmunity, if you were trying to eat well to avoid cancer and heart disease, like we know some of the things that we should be doing for those illnesses as well. And guess what? It's not that different for Alzheimer's, right? It does come down to a lot of lifestyle changes, which of course isn't what we're told, right? We're told like, oh, it's just genetic and there's no cure. And there's not even really close to a cure. The best drugs out there maybe slow a couple things down, but nobody comes back from it, right? Like it's just a downhill slide. It's just a matter of how fast. And so anyways, if it is something that you are concerned about and you want to optimize your health, best to start when you don't have problems. But if you feel like things are slipping a little, if you feel like you might have some of that mild cognitive delay, or you're just feeling like, I'm forgetting stuff a little bit. I mean, we all do that, right? Especially when we're stressed. This might be a great book for you to pick up. It is a little chunky, but it is full of really good information. And I can't summarize it here, but I wish I could. It's, one of those where you read through and you're going to go back and take some notes. You're going to go back and get some ideas, but it isn't as complex as one might think. And here's the deal. Our brain is part of our body. So when we take care of our body, we're taking care of our brain. You cannot separate the two, really, truly. And so, the signs that we might have that our brain's not functioning well are to be noticed and you should pay attention, right? Our brain doesn't necessarily give us pain signals when something's wrong, like our leg might or our back might. So we really need to be looking at how do we optimize this? And, it comes down to a few things here. Obviously, stress management, sleep. I mean, it's deeper than that. If somebody wants to do this protocol because they have a diagnosis, there is benefit to really following it pretty closely. But let's say you're like myself and you're just thinking, okay, what could I be doing better? Aging wise, brain health wise, heart health wise, and overall in general, then, you could take some of these things and start applying them. And it doesn't have to be all at once. When my kids were little, I had a sense that there was some diet issues and that, gluten might be a problem for, a few of us. And, at first it was overwhelming. It was like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine how I'm going to change our diet. And now it's not hard at all, right? Like it's pretty simple. So you just kind of grow into these things. So when you start looking at, how you might make some changes, it's not as hard as you might think. It doesn't have to be done all at once, but it is a great book to pick up if you're at all concerned. And if anybody's interested, make a note or, post in the comments. If you guys are interested in sitting down and talking about it, like we could dive a little deeper into some of the details. I'm happy to sit and discuss that. It is a lot of lifestyle stuff that is repetitive that I've been learning for years. So it's not, some things just aren't new. There's like general concepts to being healthy. And, here's the thing, our world right now is sort of out of alignment with our genetics, we could say. Our, we aren't living in a world that our human body was really designed to live in. Like we weren't meant to be exposed to so many toxins. We weren't meant to be so stressed. We weren't meant to have all this unnatural light that prevents us from sleeping well. Lots of things that just, we aren't supposed to sit all day. Lots of things that are kind of chipping away at our health. And we really do have to work a little harder than just, I try to get enough sleep and eat well. You might have to do a little more. You might have to do a little bit of your own research, take a little bit of responsibility, and dig a little bit deeper into how are you taking care of your health and your body. We all want to stack the deck in our favor. There are no guarantees, but there are lifestyle changes that really are simple for brain health and that do have kind of quick, noticeable results, even if it's just our mood, which of course is part of our function of our body. Not separate from that. So I hope you guys are well. Please make note, leave a comment if it's something you're interested in. I am happy to sit down with a group of people in the office and just discuss some of these strategies. It's like my passion to do that. I love to learn and I love to share the few things that I do know. Hope you're doing well and have a happy 4th of July.